Coming up, it's 2019's first overall pick, Kyler Murray, taking on this year's first overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. It's the Cardinals and Jags, and they square off next.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerge from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column. Something's got to give in this one, right?
Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time, and we get a peek at Kyler Murray, the dangerous offensive weapon now in his third season in the National Football League.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And there's James Conner with a run that gets everyone's attention. He joined the Arizona Cardinals after 4 years in Pittsburgh, and his best year with the Steelers, 2018, named a Pro Bowler after a 973-yard, 13-touchdown campaign. Mixed results the last couple of years as he's been in and out of the lineup, but with consistency, he can still be an effective runner.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray sliding out of the pocket. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flush to his right, and this is incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Murray throwing quickly out to Green. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Forced out to his left. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Connor. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense getting ready to begin this first drive, and at the helm, the #1 overall pick back in April, Trevor Lawrence, the rookie out of Clemson.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And they run the option on 2nd down. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On 2nd down now. It's Robinson, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So that'll back him up 5. Lawrence. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Now Lawrence to throw. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. 23 yards the pickup there. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. Jones has it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And when you draft a rookie quarterback, as the Jags did with Trevor Lawrence, you want a veteran presence for him. But Marvin Jones, he fits the bill. 5 years in Detroit, 10 years.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dan Arnold, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look how they're elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Murray has the first down and more. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. He's got a man complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw, because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This Jacksonville unit really struggled to get to the quarterback in 2020. Just 18 sacks as a team. Only Cincinnati had fewer. Remember, they used to be known as Saxonville. They want to get back to those ways here in 2021.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. To throw is Murray. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to hit on that one because now you've got a third and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. Here's second and 10. Now Lawrence. That's caught by Hollister. He'll have a first down past the fighting through, and he's got space. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars! Dan Arnold with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Murray. Dancing to his left. Murray has the 1st down and more. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Lawrence going to give this to Robinson. Draw play. Breaks through the contact. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point try for Gostkowski. It's good, and it's 21-10. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The football going back over to Arizona now. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Murray now. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively, 6 DBs in the game. Here's Murray. Buying time to his left. Murray fighting, lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Well, CD, that's the second time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the...
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. You can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. First down, Murray out to his left. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Chase Claypool, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. 2 touchdowns there for Saquon Barkley. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals, and they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call of the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
Yeah, Coach. Hey, that goes for the announcers, too. No AC in this booth, so we've got a mash unit of empty water bottles up here as well. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've got the lead here, trying to make amends for that loss last week against the Denver Broncos. They start this drive now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
After the sack on first down, Lawrence. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Yeah, and this is absolutely a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare as well, because they spend all week preaching about the need to wrap up and make sure tackles. But what a letdown here, and it winds up costing them big yardage. And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Short pass to the tight end, Hollister. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick. Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finds the open target, Arnold. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on 2nd down, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the 1st down marker running his route?
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. James Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So a big decision there to go on 4th down. Gets him not only to 1st, but gets him the touchdown as well.
And Brandon, you and I know that all these coaches tell us if every play is executed the way it's designed, it goes for a touchdown. But let's be honest, they were shooting for the 1st down on that one, and boy, were they fortunate to take it all the way in.
Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Come on, fellas. Let's go.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
1st down grab there by Christian Kirk, now in his 4th season with the Arizona Cardinals, and they would like to get the ball to him a little bit more. just 48 catches last year.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dwayne Smoot, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Murray. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And this is going to be intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Jaguars are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. They go play action with Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, ruling on the fielding reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And a dump off here to Robinson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's brought in by Harris. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, he'll dump this one off to Connor. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they use your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline, you know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Being chased out left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
I don't know about you, but can you just almost feel the relief that's gone through this stadium? He picked up that first down. Without it, this game is over.
And when he took off, it was almost like, oh, no, this might be it, but found a way to pick up the first. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. And that time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Murray's got to have this one. Steps away to his left. Murray has the 1st down and more. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. To throw, it's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game. And that almost makes it a brand-new ball game. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Let's go.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. Man open. Here is Jones. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones, 76 yards. And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead now up to 14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by 2 touchdowns, 2:07 remaining. They'll have 1 play, maybe 2 before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. Murray now on first down. Flush to his right. Murray has the first down and more. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Shotgun now for Murray. Forced out to his left. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray dancing to his left. Finding room to the 20. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. To throw is Murray. Rolling to his right. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Now a 2nd down and 6. They'll run again here with Robinson. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. A 40-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end the ball.
It got his man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. They've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jaguars, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.